Welcome in to Country Home. So today we're going to be planting some bush green beans. So we have this bed here prepped for the beans. These are it says 62 to 65 days. That's after germination, and it takes 6 to 8 days to germinate. So you're looking anywhere probably 75 days. So it's a good time now to get them in here in zone 9A, and we'll be picking sometime late October, early November. Should get a good picking before any chance of frost. So these go in basically at a spacing of 6 inches and inch and a half deep. So I have my hori here, which has actually inch markings on it. So 6 inches is basically the width of the blade. So I just like to come in here and make basically a furrow. I don't have to be perfect, obviously. And I like to go every 6 inch spacing here also means 6 inch spacing here. A lot of people don't realize that, and they spread the rows out and you don't get maximum production in a small bed. So going with the square foot gardening technique, if it's 6 inches this way, it's 6 inches this way. So you'll want to go ahead and put another furrow here. We'll get another one in here. It's still a little bit warm here in zone 9A, but like I say, if you don't get them in, just chance you'll get an early frost and you'll just get the plants ready and you won't get anything. So I'll do half rows here, get these where I want them. And one more right here. Should do it. Let me go ahead and finish off these rows here. Alright, come back around. We'll go ahead and get this planted out here. So I'm not sure if everybody has seen what a green bean seed looks like, but it looks like it's similar to that. So pretty straightforward. It's a nice big seed, easy to plant. So like I say, 6 inches, you just kind of have to eyeball it. You don't really need to, as you go along, you drop one there. As you go along, you're kind of going to know what 6 inches is. It doesn't really, it's not rocket science. You just go ahead and get them in there. Not spend all day worrying about it. They're going to come up and come up just fine. If you got them a little too close, thin them out. Not a problem. But like I say, we'll just keep getting them in there. I can reach across the bed halfway here, so we'll come in this way here. Flush this side out for a few rows. Make sure I have enough, and then we'll go to the other side. That's just a basic. It's easy as could be. Carrots, some smaller seeds, radish, something like that can be a little bit tougher to plant, but this is really easy. Really big seeds like this, it doesn't get any easier. So you just get them in the ground about an inch and a half deep. That's all that matters. A lot of mosquitoes out tonight. Just down in there they go. Just as quick as you can. You have a nice furrow. I'll do this half here and then I'll move over the other side. Sometimes, you lose track of where you were, but like I say, if you get 2 of them up, you just thin them out. Not going to be an issue. Not a problem at all. Seeds are relatively cheap, and if you let some of these go, you're going to end up with a lot of seeds. So let me come back this way, finish off this other half. like we ended up with a few extra, so no problem there. We'll just find a place here shortly for them. Once we get everything else in, I'll go ahead and get those back in there. And then all you need to do is you can use your hand, or you can use the hori-hori, but yeah, just get them covered up a little bit there. Just a light cover. Make sure they have good ground contact with the soil. Nothing fancy about this. Just as easy as green beans. One of the easiest things anybody can grow, pretty much in any type of soil. Just go ahead and get them smoothed in. Then I'll maybe tamp them down just a hair, but really it doesn't matter. So, compost there. Didn't quite. And then you just kind of, and usually I don't really even pat them down. I'll come in with my water here. Kind of got a leak on my hose, but and go ahead and give it a good drink. And that'll settle the soil as well and make pretty good contact for the seeds. You want to keep this wet, not soaking wet, but moist, so you can aid in the germination for the next, like say, 5 to 7 days. But you don't want to make them wet. We don't have a lot of rain coming in. You can get some mold if they're really, really damp, but you want to keep the soil moist so they can germinate. I'll come out and wet this at least once a day. You can see we got a bit of a potting blend. Something we mix up ourselves with peat moss, garden soil, and some vermiculite. Keeps the soil loose for the roots to develop. So that's about it. That's about all you need to do to plant green beans. It's the simplest thing you can do. You should see them coming up, like say in 5 to 7 days. We'll bring you back for a update when they start to break surface, and then throughout the season we'll bring you along, and hopefully I hope there is some cooler weather coming, because it's still warm but not cold weather. There's a difference. So hopefully we can have a bit of a fall this year, get well into December, and if we can, we'll be able to pick these for a month and a half, which will produce, this bed will produce a large amount of produce. So I hope if you like what you see here, you might subscribe to our videos. We appreciate y'all watching today. Have a good day from Two Country Home.